Walk into your local card shop today, and you might feel a sting of betrayal looking at the price tags. Why is that booster box $200 when the company says it should be $120? It's the burning question igniting comment sections across the hobby. Every collector wants a deal, but few stop to ask why that deal is disappearing. The reality of running a game store in this volatile market is far uglier than most realize, and the greedy owner narrative is often missing the bigger picture. There is a growing, palpable sentiment among collectors that local game stores, LGS, are becoming the villains of the hobby. The narrative is simple and angry. Stores get products dirt cheap from distributors, so charging anything over MSRP is pure price gouging. We see it in the community forums daily. Collectors furious that their local shop is scalping the latest Pokemon or One Piece set. They believe that because a store pays wholesale, they are morally obligated to pass those savings on, regardless of what the open market dictates. But this view ignores the razor-thin margins and massive overhead that brick-and-mortar stores face compared to an anonymous online seller. Consider scenario A, card store. A receives an allocation of 100 booster boxes. The MSRP is technically $120, but the current market demand has driven the online price up to $200. The owner, knowing they need to keep the lights on and pay staff, lists the boxes at the $200 market value. They also implement purchase limits to ensure stock lasts. The result? Inventory sells slowly, ensuring products remain on the shelf for walk-in customers for weeks. However, the backlash is immediate. Regulars walk in, see the high price tag, and leave angry, accusing the store of greed. Store A keeps the product available, but loses the goodwill of the bargain hunting community. Now look at scenario B. Card store B gets the same 100 booster boxes with a $120 MSRP and a $200 market value. The owner decides to take the moral high ground and lists them strictly at $120 to keep customers happy. Word spreads instantly. Within an hour, 3 investors drive over and buy out the entire stock. They know they can flip every box for an instant $80 profit per unit. By noon, Card Store B has zero inventory. Regular customers who get off work at 5 p.m. arrive to find empty shelves. They are furious that they can't buy anything, and the store has made minimum profit while the flippers walked away with the bulk of the value. The harsh reality is that no matter what the LGS does, someone is going to be upset. In scenario A, the collector is mad about the price. In scenario B, the collector is mad about the lack of availability. The crucial difference is where the profit goes. In the first scenario, the extra margin stays with the store, the business that provides tables, hosts tournaments, and builds the local community. In the second scenario, the store surrenders that profit to a flipper who contributes nothing to the ecosystem. Why should a store owner starve just so a reseller can feast? I've seen my share of situations in this industry, and it is sad to say, but when stores try to stick to way below market value, they always get burned rather than seeing the kudos they deserve. The noble store that sells at MSRP usually ends up closing its doors because good vibes don't pay increasing rent or rising distributor costs. If the product is going to sell for $200 on eBay, regardless of what the store charges, the store might as well be the one capturing that value to reinvest in their business. It is a survival mechanism, not a malicious act. Selling at market price isn't inherently bad, and we need to defend the LGS side of this argument. When you buy locally at market price, you are often getting more value than you realize. You get the product instantly, no waiting for shipping, and no risk of packages getting lost or damaged. Furthermore, when you factor in shipping costs and sales tax on online marketplaces like TCG Player or eBay, the high price at your local shop is often comparable to the final checkout price online. You are paying for the convenience and the existence of the venue. Ultimately, we have to remember that local game stores are businesses, not charities. They are there to facilitate play, yes, but they cannot do that if they go bankrupt. This is an incredibly difficult market for them. Allocations are cut constantly, and they are often forced to buy unmovable junk products just to get a few boxes of the good stuff. If you have a local shop that hosts events and gives you a place to play, support them as best you can. Even if it costs a few dollars more, that premium keeps the doors open for your next tournament. So next time you visit your local game shop, check if their market price is actually competitive after you account for the shipping and fees you'd pay online. You might be surprised to find it's a fair deal that supports your local community.